The issue of global warming is one that affects every single person and the future of our planet. My Take Back the Future project focuses mainly on the effects of pollution from cars, the mind tricks the electric car companies and big electric companies play on our minds. The effects of global warming harm and target each one of us, which is why my project is geared towards you, the voices of our community. According to the Biological Diversity Organization, car pollution contributes to around 15% of all global warming. We must revise how we drive and the type of cars we drive. We must also look at the sources that we obtain our energy from. The market of our electric cars is in the beginning stages of a big boom. I strongly believe that the industry is going to take off and become as common as plastic in our everyday lives. The problem behind the industry of electric cars is where exactly do we get our energy from, and are we actually saving the environment when we purchase our electric cars? According to the EPA, 18% of the electricity in the United States was produced by renewable sources in 2017, including solar, wind, and hydroelectric dams. That's up from 15% in 2016. With the shift driven by new solar and wind projects, the end of the droughts in the West, and a dip in the share of natural gas generation, our energy sources are gradually changing, and maybe our electric car energy was in a way ahead of its time. But at the same time, electric cars come at the perfect moment, a time where our world is at a crossroads of irreconcilable changes. Global warming will and already has challenged many of us. We see superstorms such as Katrina, Harvey, Irma, and Sandy have all devastated the lands of the Caribbean and the shores of the United States. With waters warming, the hurricanes will not only become more common, but stronger than ever before. If we reduce our emissions of global warming by the 15% that the cars add to the crisis, we are helping to sustain our planet for years to come. There are steps that we as a community can and must take to prevent future destruction on our planet. One being as simple as stop driving and start exercising. From personal experience, I spent every day for 4 years in my car. I drove everywhere from a block to 20 miles a day, most of the time just for fun and to get out. I never saw myself without a car, for it had turned into a sacred meditation zone, a time where I could be by myself, talk to myself, think my day over, and just unwind. I was devastated just months ago when my car insurance reached an unbelievable sum. My car driving days were over. After a week, it became obvious that this was the best thing that could have ever happened. Now I get to walk, feel better, healthier, and mentally more in tune with society. According to the Everyday Health Organization, health benefits of walking and less driving is obviously more beneficial both from reduced energy consumption and lower production of pollutants such as greenhouse gases, which contribute to global warming. When we drive, we go 30, 40, 60 miles per hour. But when we walk at our constant pace of 4 miles per hour, we get to see society, be part of our community, listen to the birds, or analyze the plants and the cracks in the road that many have seen before us. One thing we can all do is quit driving and have to turn to our own bodies for a mode of transportation. I encourage as many people as possible to break the cycle of driving and try just 1 week of walking or public transportation, just feel how in tune with the world you become. After all, we are part of nature. We are all animals. Take the time to drop your keys and just walk. You won't regret it. Plus, you're saving the world while you're at it. Another easy action we can take on is condense our grocery shopping trips to the mall or errands into once-a-week trips. Take advantage of this setting aside 1 day to get shopping done will improve time management for one, but also allow a person to realize what they actually need for food, clothes, and so on. This prevents us from going back and forth to stores possibly daily. This ultimately leads us to less time in cars, less time on the congested roadways, less fuel spent, which connects directly to decreasing our carbon footprint. As of this month and for the foreseeable future, I've decided to let my groceries and items I need to come to me. I don't have to leave my room if I don't wish to. My groceries catch a carpool ride to my front door where I'm ready to eat, cook exactly what I ordered. I don't waste any valuable time in my car, nor do I spend any money on gas. The truck with the food makes hundreds of stops a day and delivers food. By taking advantage of this opportunity, there is no stress in driving or forgetting items in the store. The food catches a ride on the truck and finds its way to my door. In a way, this is reverse carpooling. To add to this, we can also find our local stores by walking in our communities and supporting our local businesses. While driving, we tend to go to our local Kroger's, Costco, or big chain stores. But the opportunities that come with walking in our communities, purchasing locally, and ditching our cars are endless. Companies such as Exxon, APSC, Duke, and BP produce dirty coal energy, while knowing the consequences that they endure on our planet. With these big companies come big budgets, and I'm sure that they're able to use that money on the ever so slightly more expensive renewable energy. It doesn't make sense to me how greed and money can step in the way of a healthier planet for all. One of my main reasons for choosing Arizona State University came when I toured campus. It was hard to miss the solar panels around the Union Building, above parking lots, and the windmills on the Sustainability College. It seems like Arizona State University cares about what makes our planet sustainable, and throughout the decade, they will see a return on their electric bills and make money by selling energy. By plugging your car into one of Arizona State's parking lot outlets, that is how you can save the planet. The chances are much higher of using renewable energy here than at your apartment building complex with little signs of renewable energy. If we as a society can adapt to not using our cars, our world will look extremely different than how it does today. We will see a decrease in traffic and congestion. We will see a decrease in pedestrians and car crash deaths. And we will also see a decrease in emissions from cars contributing to global warming, in essence, saving our planet. Now, if we push for renewable energy, our planet might look very different on a broader scale. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the burning of fossil fuels was responsible for 76% of U.S. greenhouse gas emissions in 2016. These gases contribute to the greenhouse effect that could lead to potentially catastrophic changes in the Earth's climate. We can change the world if we just use clean energy. This includes hydro energy, wind energy, or just like Arizona has taken advantage of, solar energy. If we adapt to clean energy, we can ultimately keep our cars, push for new regulations to force all cars to be electric by a certain year. Ultimately, our cars will be riding on clean energy, our homes will use clean energy, and we will have the potential to slow down and take the first steps in the possibility of reversing the damage we have already brought upon our planet. As the reading, When Old Technologies Were New, by Carolyn Marvin states, for some generations, natural depravity has been left to ministers, lawyers, editors, teachers, and mothers of families, to anyone in fact at the engineer. At this is where society makes a mistake. The best character of human depravity is the engineer. Nature, calm and unrelenting, always stands looking at him. No other man in the world has such stern and unceasing discipline. And so it comes about that no other man is so safe a moral guy, the engineer, with his passion for truth and his faculty of thinking straight. We must look to the trustworthy people, the experts, the professors, the innovators within our society, our neighbors next door, for the answers in which lay to make our world a better place. In order to prevent our world from ultimate destruction in regards to the effects of global warming, sea level rising, polluting our airs, and modes of transportation, we must look at the crisis in regards to the bigger issue, energy. We as a society should take a look at how much our energy companies really care about us and our future of health on this planet, our planet. Through the steps of switching our cars, walking, shopping smarter, fighting our energy companies, and looking at our actual needs in life, we can change the world. In the future, we can learn from our mistakes and do our best to put our neighbors before profits. It is up to you, the voices in our community, to stand up and speak for clean air. Be the Lorax, if you will, of our generation, and take back our future.